Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow me on Twitter at @SensTalk_. If you're a huge Sens fan, I will give you up-to-the-minute news on your Ottawa Senators. And besides that, I'm also a huge sports guy. So if you're a huge sports fan, be sure to follow me, because if whatever game you're watching, I'm very likely following and watching and tweeting as well. Now, on top of that, if you want to interact with me and talk to me about prospects, about how the Sens are playing, what the Sens should do, etc., Twitter is a place where I'm most interactive with the fans, if not the only place where I'm interactive with the fans. So if you want to ever have a conversation with me and talk about some Sens hockey or whatever, I'm very interactive there, so be sure to follow me there. Now, the last few days, we spoke about Marco Rossi, we spoke about Jack Quinn from the Ottawa 67s. Yesterday, we spoke about defenseman Jamie Drysdale. Let's continue with the defenseman train. Jake Sanderson, 6'1", 185 pounds, left-handed. He's going to North Dakota next year. The defenseman is an American defenseman. He led all Blue Liners last year with 29 points in 47 games with the USA Hockey Under-18 development program, while also acting as the team's captain. Now, we all know how Sanders general manager Pierre Dorion loves his high character players, and Jake Sanderson, if he was the captain of the USA Under-18 development program, that speaks volumes for the character that this kid has and the value he will bring to the locker room, especially in a team like Ottawa where they're going through a rebuild, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of roster turnover. They need a guy like Brady Tkachuk, like a Tom Chabot, who can, help build that culture in the organization. And Jake Sanderson, as a captain on the under-18 team, I don't see why he couldn't. He's a captain. Clearly, he has leadership, abilities, and that is exactly what the Senators are coveting right now, especially on a young team. And let me reiterate that, a young team. While he'll contribute offensively, look for Sanderson to start a breakout from his own zone with his quality passing abilities. I love this name, a native of Whitefish, love that name, Whitefish, Montana, Sanderson is committed to the University of North Dakota for 2021, a school that all Sens fans are more than familiar with. What I'm saying is, with North Dakota, you got Christian Wolanin, you got Jacob Bernard-Docker who went there, you got who was it? Tyconic went there. He moved to another Omaha, I think. And then you got Shane Pinto. All these players, except unfortunately Tyconic, who didn't get a lot of minutes, have developed incredibly. Wolanin, I think, is going to have a breakout season next year if he can stay healthy. Jacob Bernard-Docker is one of the best defensemen in the program there. Shane Pinto has surprised a lot of people and developed nicely. So I think that's another reason why Ottawa likes Jake Sanderson, because he's committed to a program that has developed so many great National Hockey League players. And is, on top of that, that program has helped further development compared to other schools. Like, look at Wolanin. He barely had time in the AHL. He's probably going to be in the NHL next year. That's in my opinion. So North Dakota really prepares their players, to compete in the National Hockey League, to be ready to play in the National Hockey League, and gives them the fundamental skills to further develop their game. Now, their scouting report's pretty simple. He's an excellent skater who plays all parts of the game at a quick pace. An elite hockey sense allows him to be effective on the attack and while defending. A great battle and compete level type of guy. One of the youngest prospects in this draft, born 2002, which speaks volumes. That's just mind-blowing. I'm older than this kid. Or I guess this guy. I'm the kid. He's the kid. I'm the guy now, I guess. But, born 2002, and he's already dominating. He's already a captain on a team born 2002. 17 years old, or 18 now, I guess. That's insane. I don't know what day he was born, but regardless, 2002. That speaks volumes. He's clearly a leader at such a young age, and on top of that, at such a young age, he already has that hockey IQ. Just imagine what would happen in North Dakota if he developed the game further there. This kid, already looks like a great player, projected to be a great player in the National Hockey League. Give him a couple of seasons in North Dakota, especially at this young of an age, we could be looking at a much better and much more improved player in 2 years if the Sanders do, in fact, decide to draft him. Now, speaking of that, why should the Sanders draft him? Well, he's a left-handed defenseman. If you look at the Sanders depth chart, you don't got a lot of players there at all. You got Eric Brandstrom, who's a left-handed guy. You got obviously Tom Chabot, maybe a future captain who's there. But then you don't really got much. On top of that, you also don't really have anyone that is defensively orientated in the Sanders organization. You got JBD, who's more 2A offensive guy. Wolanin's 2A. Lassie Thompson, maybe that's your closest example to that as a 2-way guy that doesn't contribute much offensively. But really, when's the last time Ottawa had a lockdown defensive guy who can contribute offensively? Mark Mathot, maybe. Volchenkov. You see what I'm saying here? It's been a while. I think that's what's so attractive for the Ottawa Senators, is this guy, while he will not be starting over Chabot on the top pairing, he could definitely be a top 4 guy. I think he will be a top 4 guy. I think he's a guy that can be compared to Jacob Trouba or Tyler Myers, where they're a bigger body type of guy with great skating abilities. They're defensive oriented, but they will definitely get 30 to 40 points on average per season. So, while I want the Senators to draft Byfield, Stützle, or Raymond, that's one of those two, and then Raymond is my ideal scenario in this draft. The more I look at Jake Sanderson, while I don't want him to be drafted compared to a couple other prospects, I'm going to trust the Senators organization and what they do, especially with what happened with Brady Tkachuk and how wrong I was about him. And the way that North Dakota can develop their players. I won't get upset if Ottawa drafts Jake Sanderson because I really do think he could be a really good defenseman down the road for the Ottawa Senators. But besides that, let me know in the comment section below what you think about Jake Sanderson. I think he's an exciting prospect. He's not, he's not flashy like Jamie Drysdale or Lucas Raymond or Stützle or Perfetti or Rossi Quinn, but he gets the job done and he does it quietly. And I think that's what Ottawa likes about him. He's a quietly good player, and I think they can mold him into their system to be a great player. So we'll see what happens. But besides that, comment below what you think. Besides that, thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at @SENSTOCK_. Like this video, share this video, circle stuff. Please, please, please click that red button down there and subscribe to us. Click that notification bell and turn them on so you get notified whenever we upload a video. And besides that, tomorrow, another video. So see you then. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Go Sens, go.